Greetings, this is Malcolm of Malcolm Speaks. As you know, it took 15 ballots for Mr. McCarthy, or Representative McCarthy from California, to be selected as the House Speaker. That is the longest it has taken since 1855. Why is that important? The fact that it took 15 ballots shows that the Republican Party is a divided party, which indicates it's going to be more difficult for the House to have a unified leadership position. Why is this important? For two reasons. Reason one, we already have divided government and now having the House controlled by a fractious GOP, which has been pushed to the right by the Freedom Caucus. And of course, you know, President Biden being a Democrat, and the Senate was retained by the Democratic Party. And so now we have a Republican Party who, theoretically, in my opinion, really have only obtained the House because of gerrymandering. But since Kevin McCarthy had to negotiate with the far radical right of his own party, it has not just weakened his position, but has weakened the entire House. And if the House has been weakened, then you have been weakened. Keep in mind, the House is a representative of the United States. It does not belong to the Democrats. It does not belong to Republicans. When the House cannot function in its legislative capacity, that means legislation cannot get passed. It means governmental shutdowns. It means more fractionalism. They passed the rule as a way of compromise in order for him to be the House Speaker that says the following: any single member of the 435 body member of the House can object to the present Speaker and call for a revote, which means we could be having a circus for the next 2 years, which means what we will not have is government. This at a time of high inflation. This at a time of a major war in Europe. This at a time of great trade conflict with China. This at a time when the very government itself is still being threatened by election deniers. This at a time when we are going through a major transition of our healthcare system. What do we need? We need an organized House of Representatives. The election is over. The Republicans have won. Now is the time to move forward for the Democratic Party, for the independent parties, for the representative, for the president, but we can't do this with a weakened House. So what we have to do as citizens is to make sure going forward that we are voting for a unified government, that we are voting for our representatives who are not going to go to the United States House and instead of governing, they are involved in internal conflict. It is important moving forward that the Republican Party is challenged to, if they're going to lead, to do just that, to lead. This is Malcolm. Please remember to subscribe, leave us a message, send in a comment, hit the like button. This is Malcolm of Malcolm Speaks.